In this lesson, we're going to have a look at how we can solve equations that contain fractions. Now, the rule we employ for this is an equation with a fraction may be flattened by multiplying every term by the denominator. So by that token, we get every single term in our equation, so this one, and this one, and we're going to multiply them by the denominator shown here, which is 3. Now, putting this into practice, firstly, I identify my denominator. The denominator is the bottom half of a fraction. I then go times 3 on both sides of the equation. Times 3, times 3. When we action this, what's going to happen is that every single term in our equation is going to be multiplied by 3. So we're going to have the term 2, the 4, and the 2x over 3. And each of these terms is going to be multiplied by 3. So we have 3 by 2 on the right, 3 by 4 over here, and then 3 multiplied by 2x over 3. This is convenient because if we look at our fraction, we're going to have 3 times 2x over 3, or one way to think of it is it's 3 over 3. These 3's are going to cancel because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So on our subsequent line, what we discover is that we have 3 by 2, which is 6, 3 by 4, which is 12, and then we just have 2x left over here. This reduces the complexity of the question to something that we're already familiar with. So the rule is, step 1, multiply all terms by the denominator. Okay, moving along. This becomes a routine question. We have 2x plus 12 equals 6. What we want to do is we want to move all of our constant terms to the right and all of our variable terms over to the left. In this case, we have a constant term of 12, so that's going to move to the right. I do that by reversing. This is plus 12, so I'm now going to take 12. 6 take 12 is going to be minus 6. Then on the left, we still have 2x. We move our variable terms from the right over to the left. As you can see, there are no variable terms here, so there is nothing to do. Moving down, I now want to get rid of my coefficients. I know what 2x's are, but I want to know what a single x is. My coefficient is 2, so what I'm going to do is divide both sides of my equation by 2. This is going to yield x equals minus 6 divided by 2 is simply going to be negative 3. So my result in this instance is x equals negative 3. So the rule we employ is that whenever we see an equation with a fraction, we multiply every term in the equation by the denominator. Level 1. Moving on to something more complicated. We have an equation and a fraction. However, this fraction has the unknown in the denominator. To solve this equation over here, we're going to employ the exact same step or exact same method. We're going to multiply every term in the equation by the denominator. This instance, our denominator is 3x. So I'm going to go multiply by 3x's. Both sides, all terms. This will yield, we have a 5. We have a 2, and we have an 18 over 3x. Doing the multiplication, we're going to get times 3x. We're going to get times 3x. We're going to have the plus still there, and times 3x's. Simplifying what we can, 3x divided by 3x is simply 1. Now, carrying out the multiplication, 3x by 5 is going to be 3 by 5 x's. 3x by 2 is going to be 3 by 2 x's plus. And then because we've cancelled our 3x's out, we just have 18 at the front. So all of a sudden we've gone from a fractional equation to a single line equation. Moving along, take out the multiplication. 3 5s are 15. 3 by 2 is 6. And then we have 18 that's unchanged. We now go into our rules. We want to have our constants on the right and our variable terms on the left. I move my constant of 18 away from the left by subtracting 18 from both sides. My 18 is eliminated by the negative 18, so I only have 6x left here. Next I have 15x's, take away 18. Next I want to move my variable terms to the left. To do this, I'm going to subtract 15x's from both sides of the equation. This is going to have the result of the 15 is eliminated with this 15. I have negative 18 remaining on my right. I have 6 x's on my left, take away 15 x's. I then collect my like terms. 6 take away 15 is going to be negative 9x. Finishing this off, I have a variable term on the left, a constant on my right. I'm going to divide by the coefficient on my variable term. So I divide by negative 9. This is going to have the result of x on my left. And then negative 18 divided by negative 9. 18 divided by 9 is going to give me 2. They're both negative. Therefore, my result for x is going to be positive 2. So in summary, when we see an equation that has a fraction in it, we flatten the equation by multiplying all terms in the equation by the denominator. This will return us to an equation that is completely flat and familiar in such a way that we solve it by constant terms go to our right, variable terms are moved on our left, and we then divide by our coefficient.